From Northern Avenue in downtown Yerevan, this is CivilNet's daily news digest for Thursday, September 25th. I'm Maria Titizian.
And I'm Paul Chaderjian. Here's an overview of the stories CivilNet's been following today. The Kardashians net $700 million for Armenia. Find out how.
Plus, Armenia's new approach to criminal investigations.
And why the Metsamor nuclear plant is offline today.
And Gharapagh's Babik and Dadik get a makeover.
A few days ago, we reported that Armenia's government issued Eurobonds that debuted on international financial markets. Dubbed tongue-in-cheek by some bankers as the Kardashian bonds, they secured $700 million in alternative revenue for the country. Maria spoke with an investment advisor for Yerevan-based capital investment, Gary Muradian. Maria asked him about the initiative and discussed how it would benefit Armenia or further increase the country's debt burden, which currently hovers at 45% of the GDP.
I think in general it's a positive step because as you know, recently Moody's downgraded Armenia's credit rating, and one of the primary reasons that was cited was Armenia's closure of finance and trade to outside world. So this sort of opens up Armenia to international investment community. And I think in that respect it's a positive because Armenia can benefit from global financial markets.
Watch Maria's entire interview on CivilNet.
On September 25, the USAID-funded Enterprise Development and Market Competitiveness Project and Small Enterprise Assistance Funds Armenia held a conference entitled Easing Access to Affordable Capital for Competitive Private Businesses. The conference focused on private equity finance and investment opportunities in Armenia. The objective of the conference was to bring together representatives of international investment institutions and the Armenian business community to discuss opportunities and obstacles of investing into the Armenian economy. The conference enabled key players in the field of equity finance to coordinate efforts and facilitated a dialogue between companies and financial institutions to help raise awareness about equity finance and spur future investments in the country.
Armenia will have a new and powerful united investigative body that will combine divisions of the country's police, defense ministry, and state revenue committee. President Sargsyan's press office made the announcement yesterday, saying that the objective of this structural change is to increase the effectiveness of the investigation process and increase the independence of officers. It is not clear how the investigative bodies of the National Security Service or the Special Investigative Service, the SIS, will incorporate into this new agency. It is important to note that the SIS is charged with crimes committed by state officials and electoral violations.
A fire broke out at the Grand Candy factory in Yerevan yesterday. All available fire engines were dispatched to the scene. Close to 800 square meters or 8,600 square feet of the building was destroyed in the fire. No one was hurt. Investigators say the fire broke out on the first floor in the paperboard workshop of the building.
Operations at Armenia's Metsamor nuclear power plant were suspended last night for annual repairs. The plant will undergo recharging procedures and its security system will be enhanced. The Ministry of Energy and Nature Protection says renovations and repairs will take 54 days. The plant will be reconnected to the energy production grid on November 16th.
The restorations of the iconic monument in Nagorno-Karabakh, We Are Our Mountains, was unveiled in Artsakh yesterday. Attending the opening was President Bako Sahagian and other dignitaries. Sahagian stressed the significance of maintaining national symbols and also said that the diaspora's role in that regard has been instrumental. He thanked benefactor and philanthropist Garen Avagyumyan for funding the restoration.
A young resident of the village of Ayketsor on the border with Azerbaijan has bled to death. The villager, identified only as Edik, stepped on a landmine near the Armenia-Azerbaijan border. When villagers tried to reach him, persistent gunfire from the other side of the border by Azerbaijani armed forces prevented Armenians from reaching the wounded man. As a result, he bled to death. The young 26-year-old villager was a pig farmer. His pigs had crossed over to the no man's land and he was trying to get them out when he stepped on the landmine.
Leading up to presidential elections in Azerbaijan, the country's Central Electoral Commission and the ruling Yeni Azerbaijan Party leveled accusations against Radio Liberty, Voice of America, and BBC. They claim that these media organizations violated the rules and procedures of the campaign process, and their published materials were, quote, purely propaganda. The alleged violation included interviewing opposition presidential candidates. The CEC issued warnings to the media outlets and the candidates themselves. Radio Liberty responded to these accusations and said that they were, quote, classic scare tactics that the ruling party is using to try to intimidate the independent press and to control coverage of the elections.
And check out this report from Yahoo. Its sports page reports about Iranian-Armenian soccer star Anto Timurian, who kicked a 35-yard goal, helping his team move into his league's championships. The stunning kick apparently came moments after Anto stopped to pick up a butterfly and move it to safety. Yahoo called the winning goal karmic payback for his act of kindness. That's our digest for this Thursday.
We want to hear from you. Our email address is english@civilnet.am.
See you tomorrow.